Our door is still looking like, well, a door, but it's on its way to becoming a table. At least that's what Alex says. So far, we've measured and cut the top of our table. And now, it's time to work on the legs of this thing.
Earlier today, when we chopped the door, this is the rest of the door. We're actually gonna make one more cut right down the middle, and then each of these halves will become a leg for our table.
We measure our cut line, keeping the fence area in mind as we mark. Then I use my skills to help Alex out.
I guess I am sort of using you as a clamp right now,
there you
but
go.
I appreciate it, I really do.
I gotta do something.
All right, ready, set, go.
We have 2 legs, but we need these 2 legs to be completely symmetrical so our table sits flat. So Alex continues to cut the edges until the pieces are all squared up.
You can see these 2 beauties are now exactly the same size. This here is the underside of our door. The large section we cut off first. We trim both ends.
Yeah, I noticed you put another big chunk of wood up here on the
Yeah,
workshop.
this is the magical component here. Basically, I had it cut to the length of our door overall. And with these 4 pieces, we're gonna build a table.
Alrighty.
We position the legs on the underside of the table, marking the center of each leg as well as the center of each end of the table. Then, it's just a matter of lining up the dots.
We're pretty much ready to make our notches. What you wanna do is you wanna make a notch that's as wide as your stock is thick.
I get it.
Yeah, so we check this out and we go, okay, looks like 1 3/4. Split the difference around your center. So you have basically a notch that's centered on that measurement. We want these notches to be about 2.5 inches deep.
Once our notch is measured out, Alex grabs a jigsaw and we get to work.
There's your notch.
We cut the notch on the second leg and then move on to the big wood piece Alex calls the stretcher.
What we want is for these 2 to sit flush when we put them together. So rather than measuring up 2.5, we're gonna measure down 2.5.
All right.
So that when we slot them together, it'll work.
We cut out the notches and finally it's time to assemble this thing.
And now is when the table happens.
All right.
From here on out, it's basically just a pocket screw. But we're gonna screw it from the inside out rather than the top down.
To assemble the table, Alex whips out 3 different power drills with different bits.
First, we start with the Forstner. I like to shoot straight in at first, and then slowly tip. So you get a nice, good, sharp angle on it.
Alrighty.
Pilot bit next. Just go straight into the bottom. Just get it in as far as you can. And then your screw. Perfect.
Simple as that.
Yep. Nice and tight, don't have to over drill it. We put a whole bunch of those in and it's gonna make this table stand forever.
All right.
I think we have plenty of screws in here. Let's flip it over and see how it sits.
All right, Alex, the table is assembled. It looks good, but this was actually only the start of the creative process of what you could do with a table like this.
Right, yeah, my job today was to show you how to build a strong structure, but think of it like a canvas.
Trusting in Alex paid off. We actually turned this door into a coffee table. If you already own the power tools, this custom table would set you back less than $100. Even though it only took us a half a day, this project is definitely for the advanced weekend warrior.